We're talking about technology, we're talking about exponentials, we're talking about disruption, and that's confusing for people. One of the things that really works well is saying it's basically a two-step plan, helping companies come up with breakthrough ideas and then helping them change their culture so that they can actually execute those ideas. One of the big pushbacks we get is that we already have too many ideas, and that's true. Ideas are a dime a dozen. Our process really helps them shape those ideas, validate those ideas with customers. By the end of our process, it's a lot more than just an idea, it's a business plan. If you look at Netflix when it first launched, Blockbuster was making a tremendous amount of revenue off of late fees. Netflix comes to the market with this disruptive business model that gets rid of the late fees. And Blockbuster had the chance to buy Netflix early on for $50 million, but they didn't get it, right? Blockbuster was tied to this infrastructure they had of all these stores. They were tied to this rental revenue, and they couldn't, this late fee revenue, and they couldn't imagine a world where that didn't exist. So fast forward a few years, Netflix puts them out of business, and Netflix is now the king of DVD rentals, right? But we don't have DVDs anymore, but Netflix is still alive. So what did they do? They didn't optimize the DVD plan. They started experimenting with streaming. And then they realized that they were being held prisoner by other people's content. Netflix took the opportunity to change that and said, okay, now we're going to start developing our own content so that we can cut the cords. So I think what Netflix is doing at their core is they're staying true to their massive transformative purpose, which is delivering the best entertainment to people wherever they are. So I think they're staying true to that core and not getting hung up on how they're doing it. It's the why that stays consistent, but the what and the how they're willing to change in order to stay relevant. We do a couple things. One is we help their internal culture change so that they're more aware that this is happening. We do an awake session, which says, gets them to realize what's happening. And it kind of unites them against a common enemy. Instead of arguing amongst themselves, they're like, oh my gosh, our whole company's gonna be in trouble. They're able to cooperate and work together. Then we help them come up with the best answers. A lot of these big companies turn to consulting firms who have some great answers, but it's much better for the company to come up with the answers themselves. Because then the answers have the company's DNA and they fit the culture of the company. Once people have that spark and that passion, they will drive the ideas forward. You have to be willing to place smart bets and see what's working. Netflix didn't say on day one, streaming's definitely going to work, so we're going to put all our money into it. They were playing with streaming, they were playing with some other stuff, and then they really saw streaming start to take off through their experimentation, and only then did they start to put more and more effort behind it. We are helping these companies make the smarter bets. And again, we're training them to do it. Like, our win is when they can do it themselves. We come in with our experts, we give them our process, we supercharge their thinking, and we teach them to do it.